Good afternoon, learning lovers. Hi, it's me, Angie. I'm going to be your spiritual stewardess today to bring us in messages for the best and highest good. And we are going to talk about the special one day. Today is a special one day because when you add up the day's date, which is January 9th, 2025, 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, total a 19. And there are three special days, days that add up to 19, 20, and 21. And I find it very interesting that today and tomorrow will be a 20-day, meaning that Saturday, when the nodes shift, will be a 21-day, the end of a cycle. Now, that only happens when the total of the days reduces to a 19 first. You don't that just doesn't automatically reduce to a 10 and the 1 only on the days of the cycle that end in a 19, because normally other things that reduce would be a 10, it might be a 28 that reduces to a 10. But when you have the 19, you include that as far as energy wise. So instead of having two sister major arcana cards today of a normal one day, which is the path of knowledge. This is going to be about, the path of power. This is about the path of cycles. So we have the 19 of the sun. 1 plus 9 reduces to a 10, which is a wheel of fortune energy. 1 plus 0 is the 1 of the magician energy. So again, normally we'd have that 10 and the 1 as the sister signs. On a 19 day, where you add those digits, you get a change of the path. So it's a special one day. So all life path ones, if you happen to tally your birthday to a 19 before it reduces to a 10, that's a special one. Okay. Just so you know, we're all special here. Of course, but I just wanted to alert you to the fact, because in the reading that I did for Thriving Thursday on the spiritual view, literally in the environmental energy, we had the Leo card come out. 19 is the sun, which is a Leo energy. We had it come out as the magician, wheel of fortune, and the king of wands. That's literally today's life path energy. So very, very cool. And of course, I didn't notice that until I took my notes afterwards. But hey, how you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. Josie, I haven't seen you for a little while. Thanks for coming in. We missed you. We missed you. Miss Larissa, High Healed Heart Space. Hello. Hi, Venus. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. So if you've already seen the message, awesome. You know that I got a weird song today, and I was like, that can't be right. We're already past the holidays, because it was Josh Groban's Oh Holy Night. And I was like, what in the world? And then when I figured out what the Sabian symbols were for today, there were three different symbols in the sky today that will change tomorrow that all relate to that. A hidden choir singing. Okay. Fall on your knees. Okay, I can't get up that high anymore. Not a soprano no longer. But that's about finding a deep spiritual fellowship when we pull together as a team with a fortitude of commitment. That's where the sun is today in Capricorn. In addition to that, we have Mercury also in Capricorn that just entered this week. That was 3 stained glass windows, 1 damaged by bombardment. And when you think of a choir, we think of a congregation, we think of, at least I do anyway, we think of community, we think of camaraderie. Okay. And the communication there, the planet of communication, is experiencing destruction and entropy with awareness. So understanding why towers fall, what the purpose of that was, the cycle of the North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra is coming to a close. If your South Node was in Libra or your North Node was in Libra, and or You have the sun and moon, the sun and Libra or Aries. Also, on top of that, if you were born around 1968 to 1977-ish, depending on the month, or months, I should say, you also had Chiron, the healer in Aries. So it's been a lot. It's been a long slog. It's been a long 18 months for those of us who have those placements. Now we're moving into North Node and Pisces and South Node and Virgo. So what I will do for tomorrow, because after I wrote, after my reading this morning, I continued to write and I was like, holy crap, that reading is also about this nodal shift. As we shift to the North Node in Pisces, it's all about awakening. You've probably heard that. But both of those energies on that axis, okay, your sister signs, wherever Pisces is in your chart, directly across the hallway is going to be the Virgo energy. Those energies oppose each other, but think of it like a teeter-totter, right? They're always trying to balance each other out. They're helping each other as much as they're teaching each other, okay? It's all about healing, that whole axis. The Pisces energy is going to be about our soul's healing, okay, our mindfulness, and the South Node, where we need to let go of for the next 18 months, is going to be letting go of micromanagement and really stepping into this energy of freedom, especially with the Pluto energy shifting into Aquarius. That is all about freedom and letting our freak flags fly. Also, here we are discovering new dimensions of the human experience. It's about energetic, emotional, and physical healing. Okay, so when we heal the emotions, Pisces, and then the physical energies, our active body, Virgo energy, we have that energetic healing overall that meets us in the center of the fulcrum. The fulcrum is usually depicted as a triangle, right? That would be masculine energy of a sword pushing up or pointing up. And that is right at the center of those two energies trying to get us a balance. So, no, yet we not forget the Orthodox Church, you say. Whatever kind of, it's just fellowship, whatever way that means for you, and whether you enjoy that or not. You don't have to go falling on your knees or anything, but if you do, it's none of my business, and when and where you do that is also none of my business. There is no judgment here. I love freak flags of all kinds, so you can go ahead and stake them here on this channel, guys, for sure. Either way, with that energy, we can plan for huge karmic shifts because Pisces rules the house, the 12th house. Okay, that is ruled by Neptune energies, and modern astrology traditionally ruled by Jupiter. So lots of luck changing, especially as we ascend toward that North Node and release things that no longer serve us, especially patterns, over pleasing, over giving. Okay. Challenges us to live in greater attunement with the earth. We're going to be treating the earth better. So I feel like that's good news. We did see Paradise and put up a parking lot right at the heart of the reading today. So I don't want to give too much more of that away, but I will post my notes on the North and South Node shifts for Saturday. And I was just like, oh my God, special days today, Friday, Saturday we shift. You can't make that stuff up. You cannot make it up. You can't make it up, guys. So we're coming out of the warmongering energy, where we had Aries, war and independence, trying to balance with Libra, all about peace and sometimes codependency, right? So we have to release those energies or relationships that are kind of sucking us dry. And a lot of us, that was our own choice, or it was subconscious. We had no idea we were doing that until we're forced by the universe to energetically pull ourselves up into that independence and autonomy within Libra commitments of all kinds that are one-on-one. Doesn't matter what it is. Hate when I forget to close my drawer. Don't you hate when you forget to close your drawers? Anywho, that reading was looking at it afterward, the synchronicities. We got a 333. We had fours book ending. We had a 77. I mean, it was just kind of nuts and lots of repetitive energies. So, without further ado, we're taking stair steps towards something. I noticed that the moon at the time I was writing my Angi-Notes, those are linked in the description box if you want to have a peeky do. Um, steps, and I have it's 1, 2, 3 steps up, and I was like, that fourth step is the full moon on Monday. So enlightenment, information, awakening culturally, worldwide is on deck. Okay, so that's where we are with that. What you agree with, Venus? Thank you. I don't know what you agree with. I love the purple heart though. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see where we go today. I also want to get a work your light oracle card, because with that Pisces shift, that is people waking up all over the place at a higher rate. The last time, if you are a journal person or you just remember what happened during that time, was 2006, June of 2006 to December of 2007. So if you can remember what happened during that time, then that'll give you a clue to go back and look what this new nodal shift is going to feel like. So that's been 18 years since we have experienced that energy. Personally, I got married and divorced within that small period of time. So I'm like, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, you totally agree with everything. Oh gosh. You know what? I never even know the half the crap I say until because I'm channeling, right? Especially when they're coming fast, and oftentimes you'll see me break out in hives, and it's like that usually feels like messages are coming so fast that I can't kind of spit them out quick enough. So we'll see how we go here today. We'll see how we go. All right, let's get this information of shine your light. How can my learning lovers best shine our light right now as we're feeling these steps approaching us towards our new nodal shift, and then this full moon in Cancer energy? There's our full moon. Gotta love that. And it says dance with life. So this is reminding me of Dawn, because we both love the dancings. If you watch us at all together on the spiritual view, and it says do something to change your energy. That is my number one little trick, I guess you could call it, or I mean, it's not a trick because it works, but for me, like, I need that little mental shift. If I just can't shift my head, if I'm kind of starting to ruminate or notice that thoughts are repeating, put on your favorite dance song. And even if it's just for one song, you can dance to one song a day, or go, I promise myself, if I notice that we have that little, that mind turning over and over again. For me, I have a list, and it's a short list. It's 5 things that I can do to shift my energy. Dancing is the number one for me because it's fast, it's fun, it's good for me, and it works every single time. There's not ever been time that has not worked for me. So it doesn't matter if you can dance or not, especially if you're home alone. Who the frick cares? Move your body, and the sillier, the better. Okay. Maybe it's listening to jokes. Maybe it's calling up a friend on the phone who's hilarious to get you to laugh. Lola's on there, of course, as well. She comes and cuddles with me, and that raises my vibration very quickly. Right underneath that, we've got take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And it's interesting that we have another crescent moon waxing showing up because that is as the light is turning on toward the full moon. And to come on all the way, this may have, and then we have the full moon here up top. So I feel like this time span, we've got Monday, the full moon happening. And then as we crescent waxing and we just get that little sliver of that, it looks like a backwards letter C. Okay, that's as we are turning the light of the moon on. After the full moon, okay, the top of the roller coaster, we go all the way down to the bottom of the new moon where it's dark. And then we start turning the light of the moon back on as we work back up to that full moon. So, full moon on Monday, and then we will go all the way down to the new moon 2 weeks later. And then within that week, before we hit the first quarter, going up the next coaster, that's when we might feel like, ooh, we need to take a little bit of a break. Okay. And that's usually when we do take a break. After that full moon is when we throw our hands up, right? You're already on the car, you're in the car on the coaster. You can have fun or you can fight the ride, but you're going on the ride. You can fight it all you want, but that cart is going down that coaster. So I feel like this is kind of telling us what's coming up here. Do something to change your energy. On the bottom of the deck, I just got done talking about awakening on a very large worldly scale. And it's an inner temple devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. So again, with that cycles energy being in the environmental energy today of 19 of the sun, Leo energy breaks down to Wheel of Fortune. This is what change our energy, change our life. It's always energy first. Okay, it's always energy first. So, such a beautiful card. I love the mirroring aspect of that. We did have mirrored souls come up in that reading earlier. So, it's all about the people in our lives, those one to one relationships, whether they're great or not so great, they're all mirrors to show us where we can develop on a deeper level, where we can heal ourselves. And can't make that up, you guys. Look at this. Strength card, Leo energy. And then we have Aquarian energy here with our dragonfly that did show up in the earth charms. And this is the Taj Mahal. This is a fairy that has dedicated himself to a love and someone showing us here in the right hand in the near future. You've had to have strength. This is where we are right now, today, in that energy balance. And that's all about staying tuned into your wish. The star energy takes time. It takes time, manifestation. It's more than just wanting, it's knowing what we have coming to us is ours. And think about what the meaning of the Taj Mahal is. It's all about honor. He was honoring the love for his bride, right? Imagine having a shrine built for you. Nice would that be? I'll take a shrine. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. That you do that, Venus. It's hilarious. I mean, I used to do that in school too. I'd pause if they're getting a little unruly. I'm like, okay, we just need to kick out some energy here. There are little YouTube videos that are 5 minutes, and we would change the movement each minute. And it was fun. You just move your body. Everybody kind of gets it out, and then we settle in and we get going again. Or else I would stop class and teach everybody like a belly rhythm. And it took them a little bit to get that one, but they got it. And it's just a fun little doom ticka ticka tick, doom ticka tick kind of energy. And even if you play an instrument, that works. If you sing, doesn't matter if you can sing or not, getting that energy out of your body. And speaking of Dawn with the dancing, she's always talking about give Mars a job. Okay, so we have that communication and the sun squaring those nodes of fate right now. So it may feel really challenging, hence that strength card energy, trying to balance out that lemon escape, taming our own inner beast. But the reason I'm talking about that is because it's what leads us to victory. Shifting our energy, shift our life. Okay, it's the only thing that changes a circumstance. It's the only thing that changes it for the better. Should use the word shift rather than change. I know that word is not the most popular, but that's what shifts us into growth mode, our beast mode, if you will. Okay, so if hummingbirds are a symbol for you, there you are right there. We got the theme of our reading. So let's go. Spirit wanted to get going quickly. Oops, I got the deck upside down, it looks like. Okay, you're coming in as the Seven of Pentacles. Now, I will take note that even though all my cards are upright, I did accidentally lay that one in reverse. And again, I don't want to give spoiler alerts, but this was message from Spirit that came in? I can't remember, guys. I know Seven of Cups was in the block, the emotional confusion or fragmentation. Okay, never mind. I digress. You are coming up as the Seven of Pentacles, holding half of the knowledge here. The rest of the knowledge is of these full apples that are there on the ground. Some of the apples are not ripe enough yet to be picked. The Seven of Pentacles is a waiting energy. However, in reverse, it might be saying right now, victory can happen right now. If you bet a dance now, if you shift your energy, okay, that is leading to a victory. That's always going to tell the universe where you want it to go. Then you are the commandeer, right, of the bird, of the energy, of the situation. You are then holding that out in front of the energy, saying, this is where I want to go. Okay. So yeah, just start dancing. Do it. I mean, do your little, have everybody join hands or touch fingers and do your little energy shift. It makes people laugh and it kind of takes people back. And I mean, it's fun. I don't see why not. Let me know how that works for you. And you know what? It quickly tells you who ain't the fun ones in the room. So that's always a good thing to know in my book because you know who to stay away from. Boy, that dang Three of Cups. Here's our situation. We're trying to fit ourselves into somebody else's hoop when there's three hula hoops available here. And we've got everybody trying to squeeze into the same hula hoop. What about a hula hoop? Oh, a cycle. Duh. Why are we stepping into the same cycle? I think that's what I titled this today. Are we stepping into a cycle or are we stepping into a new beginning? Because today's angel number of 199 is all about, definitely look up the notes because I wrote down the meaning of the angel number today. It's a new beginning energy. So maybe you have three things to choose from. Are we going to step into a brand new cycle? This character here is holding on to two hoops. The character in the middle is holding just one hoop close to her. Okay. And then this character on this end is holding the outside of the hoop. So if you're wanting to beat your own drum here, King of Wands energy, if you wanted to dance to, maybe that's why I mentioned melody. If you want to dance to your own drum beat, then I feel like it's now rather than awaiting energy. The time is nigh. Just like the tide is high. The tide is high on a full moon, right? Take a break. And then after we release and let go of that full moon and say, we, that is when we are reflecting and relaxing. It's Empress energy. We attract. Empress doesn't do squat except manifest and attract. She just is the energy that she wants to attract. She is the partner to herself that she wants to bring into her life. That's irresistible for outside energies. They're like, what do they got going on? I'll have what she's having, right? So that's what we want to remember here. I feel like this is like an individual individualist kind of energy here. Sevens bookending again. Sevens, I had a pair of sevens in that reading this morning, and the opportunity is to pick the star you want. So the block in this morning, look how fast that energy shifted. It's not, there was so many energies of waiting. And I know Seven of Pentacles showed up in there somewhere. I can't remember where. It was advice from spirit. So it's like from this morning to now, you already took that advice. Okay. It's a fast shift in energy. Wands are fast energy. Do you know how fast a hummingbird's wings repeat a pattern 8, and it looks like they're just hovering? It makes it look effortless. Well, it is effortless when we're increasing our vibration, because that is what then propels us forward. This is the energy of where we want to take our own energy. Okay. You're in control of whether you dangle that flower in front of the universal hummingbird or not. And keep in mind, if you stinkweeds, is that even a thing? Are there such things called stinkweeds? That just popped into my head. If we are holding a stinkweed, I mean, you met me, okay? If you're holding a stinkweed out in front of your universal hummingbird, where do you think that energy is going to lead you? What do you think kind of energy is going to be attracted to us, right? I don't know. You know I'm silly, but I hope the point is getting across. Regardless, we cannot be emotionally fragmented. This was in the block position here, but see, in this deck, she's being specific. She's like, I want that one. This is where I want my energy to go. I hold up the flowers that I know the universe can't resist. Okay, because that makes my effort effortless. She's there for the ride. All she has to do is ride. Okay, she's not the one running next to that bird or trying to put on her own wings and fly. She's using the energy to her advantage. And again, so the situation here is a celebratory one, but it feels like maybe, hey, you get off of my cloud. Someone's trying to kind of jump in your ride, and you're like, there is only one passenger here, ma'am or sir. And take a break, get off the treadmill. There is a flat body of water here, and she's standing in it with open arms. That was a song that came up in the reading this morning as well. Journey. Her arms are open here. She's in a calm body of water. This is calming emotions. Wow. So, in about 2 weeks' time here, guys, 2 weeks and a bit. So, before 3 weeks, within 3 weeks here, this is a major shift that can happen for us. And look how this pink is leading into the pinks of these cards over here. Pink is spirituality. It is the soul star chakra. And it's the full moon dancing, shifting our energy, leading up into that. And then 3 weeks, you will see a difference. Not only will you see a difference in yourself immediately, there's some kind of that comes along with that. Okay, so we don't have to work so hard. That's what that looks like to me. In the recent past, 3 of Wands, that's your ships coming in. That's, you put in the manifestation, and she's got it there in her left hand. She's looking to the future. On that right side, there are birds of communication flying everywhere around her. And I always find the braids really, really cool because it's interwoven here. So 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, another 33 energy, and another 77 energy. What is the heart of this reading? You saw it here. Wow. I am always just so amazed. Now, I was by myself in that reading this morning, And now that you all are here with me, we are seeing repeating patterns, but the energy shift is real because you're co-creating this with me. I'm reading what's here. I'm only reading the cards that are coming up. I can't really read something that's not here, but you guys co-creating this with me, okay? Already there's a shift in energy. So how beautiful is that? So again, the strength card, and see how these hoops can also kind of form this lemniscate or this 8 energy of balance. Why are we all trying to fit in to the one hoop? Okay, maybe your balance is found within a group. Okay, let's see what the near future is. Seeing from a higher perspective. How you like that? So, by picking a specific star, focusing on the goal, and like no longer waiting, the time is now. The time is now. Shifting our energy now brings us this break. We are still in the building the tracks mode up to that full moon. So, we've still got a little bit of control of how that ride is going to go because it's wax on when the full moon is here and wax off. When we wax off, whatever we waxed on, building the tracks in our emperor energy from new moon to full moon, we're going to have to do the work of wiping off or take the ride that we built, right? So whatever we've waxed on, new moon to full moon, we are waxing off from full to new. And what we're revealing here from that full moon is I've got a way higher perspective now. And now all these birds that are flying around like crazy over here in the sky, they're all coming home to roost. It's like this little pigeon, what are they? A pigeon receptacle. I know that's not right, but that's the only word I can think of. The pigeons are coming home, right? Messages are landing home. This is also a hot air balloon, being able to see farther into the future when we are focusing on what it is in the cosmos. When we've balanced our energy, this is spirit telling me the heart of this reading, you are balanced. Okay, you might have a little tiny shift, but 6 of Wands is victory after a long battle. The long battle has been this last 18 months in North Node Aries and South Node Libra. That is faux show, what I explained at the top of the reading. Hello, hey, Miss Keeley. How are you? Miss Jana, we've got our little party happening. Yay. Okay, I'm so happy you guys are here. So, so happy. Thank you so much. Let's look what our block, look at this diagonal energy. Our focus needs to be picking out the specific star. Where do you want to go? You're the one riding the horse. You're the one riding the hummingbird. You're the one riding the figure 8. Are you leading it with the flowers that it will drink from? Or are we leading it with what did I say? Stink bush or stinkweed? Is that really such a thing? Somebody tell me. I feel like it is. I feel like there's an old school, some kind of, I don't even know if they're around anymore. I feel like I remember my mom and grandma saying, stay out of the stink weeds. Okay. So the block, I digress. I'm digressing a lot today. I can't help it. I'm full of P and V a little bit here. The star energy, 17. It's an 8 energy. So lots of doubling up again. In reverse, that is not allowing time. Okay. The star takes time. So there is a block. Maybe you are not allowing the teamwork or you're not allowing the help. Okay. Maybe we're not taking action quite yet. We're sitting up here waiting. But remember, it came out accidentally in reverse here. So it's like, get on the horn. The energy is here now. What you do with your energy now will make sense later. That's putting that energetic vibration out into the universe, want, of what you want to attract. It's just simple physics. It's not hocus pocus, hoodoo voodoo, whatever, woo woo. It's math, physics, okay? Science. So in reverse, that is literally not being able to pick. The block this morning was 7 of Cups. Now it's the opportunity. But what we got to do to release that block, okay, which would be in here in this position. So I look on a diagonal energy. Those flow back and forth with the fulcrum being, okay, that masculine energy that I talked about. I talk about weird shit, guys, you know that, but it's always for a reason. The fulcrum is masculine energy, and that's the middle ground there. How can we use our action? Where do we need to still make friends with our inner beast? And I know that's not where the wild things are, but that's popping in my mind. If that is for that's a little side message for anyone. So with the star coming up as the block, that's major arcana. This is a big deal. We've got to take this opportunity and be very focused on the direction. You're not just get on a horse and go and be like, I need to go to the corner store, but then you're not going to try 5 different, avenues to try to, you need to go there to get something. It's specific. You got to focus on it. You can go and have a little, Sunday journey some other time where you just go, oh, I'm just going to go get lost and see where the road takes me. Like to save that for a motorcycle ride. Motorcycles came up a couple of days ago. The Cool Rider reading. Like, why am I getting a song I hate? I did not like Grease 2. I was 10. I was not having anything to do with it. I was like, oh, not doing it. And then I ended up painting the bike pink in my drawings. You be the cool rider. You be the cool rider. You're the cool rider. Okay. We're not like, oh, I want a cool rider. That's cool. That's fine. If you want a cool rider, you got to be a cool rider, because then that's what you're going to attract. Got it. Took me a minute to get there, but I got you, Spirit. What does Spirit want you to know? It doesn't matter how many burdens of the past. Okay. The 10's about releasing them. The 9 of Wands means that's your decision point there. You're at the end of the road. A 9 is a dead end as far as this is where the energy stops. Now you got a choice. You can either enjoy it and keep it going with the 10, or with a 10, you can set it down. If the 10 is in reverse, that means we will be perpetuating some kind of a burden. Okay. In the upright position, that means no matter what we've been through, all these flowers that are stacked on her back and they're kind of breaking her back here, we are still choosing love. The tulips are representative of love, the lover's energy. And MJ's deck, she has the Magician, the energy of today, and the whole month. There's tulips all over his robe. Okay. And that is kind of like you've heard me say, the old school DM method of letting someone know you like them or letting them know you care about them, especially if it was a little secret. You would send someone tulips. And that was a way of, getting in their DMs, so to speak. So Spirit is saying here, the burden is yours to sit down or continue to carry. That choice is up to you. But as long as you're still choosing love, okay, then it's not for naught. Okay. Are we choosing love, or are we choosing just to try to fit in? Are we going along to get along and doing what everybody else says we should do? Or are we taming our own inner beast and not allowing fear to burdens of the past keep us from picking love? Okay. Self-love is picking love. Okay. Self-love is ending cycles that no longer serve us and allowing a new cycle to begin. Let's see what our outcome energy here is. If we focus on choosing that specific star, outcome energy, Empress, full moon in Cancer on Monday. Okay. And I think it's really interesting that the stymies are such a feature on this card because it's pollination. You're pollinating the next go round of creation. You see an actual baby there, germinating, germinating, pollinating inside. I guess it would be already pollinated, but it is growing inside of her. Okay. And this is going to require that you pick a side. That are we going to pick the burden, the cycle of burden, the beast of burden again? Or are we going to pick love? Okay, it all depends on our balance and on our own energetic frequency, which one we choose. Okay, it takes just as much energy to choose fear and push something away or hold on to something, a cycle, as it does to embrace the strength of a new cycle. Okay, they're the same balance on either side of that infinity loop. Okay, outcome energy empress. Well, we like that. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, guys, to go with this inner temple energy inside. Can't make it up. Balance, heart of the reading, justice, fairness. If you are balanced within, so is the environmental energy around you. It has no choice because it's what you're attracting. Here's that fear here trying to come into play in the environmental energy. You may be tempted right this second to continue another cycle on repeat and stay in someone else's cycle. That can even be familial. They kind of look like sisters here. And slow and steady wins the race as far as balance is concerned. It's just a little dabble do ya every single day. If we can dance, hear a good joke, laugh, hop on here with me and listen to my foolishness. If it makes anybody laugh, even just one time or one thing I say that a light bulb goes on, then karmically speaking, and in my heart, I'm ecstatic about that, even if it's just one thing. Okay, that's what I'm here for. That's what my goal is here. Let's see what else is happening here. This could be the other person in your environmental energy or a situation that's approaching you. It seems a little scary because it's tempting. We are very tempted to repeat this cycle rather than start a new one. But if we do, if we take those smaller steps and break it down into that Virgo energy, Knight of Pentacles, this is what's approaching. Our opportunity here with South Node and Virgo is to use a little bit of that methodicalness of one small step at a time. Just take those steps, not micromanagement, because that is not fair, balanced, and just. That feels a little bit overdone here. This Three of Cups in this deck is so curious to me. So curious. I always get lots of messages off of that one. Okay, the heart of this energy, what's coming at you? Can't make it up, guys. Cycle of repeat or a new beginning. Angel number 199. This is reminiscing, looking back, how we grew up, how we learned about love. If we learned that it was a burden, that it was hard, that, certainly my generation, we watched the generations prior take the heavy load, right? House full of 6 kids, and grandpa worked third shift. So guess who did the majority of the kid raising? And that was just that, well, the dad goes out and earns the money and the mom takes care of the house and kids and everything else. Does that sound balanced to you? No. And screw your own dreams. There ain't no time for that. If you're a mother of 6, like, holy cow. And then, my parents' generation, everybody was still working off of the idea of what they were taught. Work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard till you die. You're not worthy it depends on, you can't date somebody if they're an artist or if they don't have any money, or it didn't make sense, right? Artistry was not honored, creating was not honored because it was all about the pentacle. It was all about, yeah, but how are you going to support a family? Okay. So, heart of the reading on this side of the energy or what's coming towards you, this is up for review. We're kind of revisiting the past here. In the recent past, on this person's side or the yang side of your own energy. Okay, because I'm reading for you here. So, what may be coming at you or what has already been presented is a book you've already read. This could be a reignition of passion. But again, look at that flower. Where do you, that pink flower, where do you want to go? Do we want to, here, let me try to, that one. Everything's opposite the way that I'm looking at it. So hard to get used to. Okay. So if this is the theme of our reading, and this is in the energy around you in the recent past, are we going to use stinkweed to lead the universe to our next destination? Or are we going to actually offer that hummingbird that flies in a figure 8? Okay. That sugary, that sugar water, or, the plants that they like to eat. I don't know my plants or my birds, so you might have to help me and let me know what hummingbirds like to eat. I have no idea which one. Those trumpet flowers, I know they like. My dad has a bunch at his house. He's got quite a few that come every year. So, in the near future of this person that may be moving very slowly, or that you are getting justice from, if they are in a situation, here is fearful. That can be addictions, it can be repetitive patterns, obviously recycling an energy. Once again, that's from the past. In the near future, they got 7 of Swords. So I feel like the opportunity to slow down or go slow with this relationship, Libra energy justice, or to balance a situation, we've got to be able to balance fear here and what fears are real versus perceived. Okay. Whatever this Ace of Wands is, this passion of in our past book. I don't know, guys. It's still a snake. They're trying to paint themselves with roses, but she's still stealing that egg. That's a deceptive energy. And this devil being the top of the point of the sword, of the masculine energy there. The base of that's going to be the Ace of Wands and 7 of Swords, pointing up to some kind of fear. It's like, yeah, it's passionate, but they take my energy, they steal my energy. It doesn't keep me in balance. So let's see, in the block position, if this is another person for you or your energy, there's a chance here again to manifest and see things from a higher perspective. In reverse, the Queen of Wands is not a fun energy in reverse. That's like Aries Scorpio energy. That can be impetuousness, impulsivity, my way or the highway. People that did not follow the nodal lesson of the last 18 months, getting away from I, me, and also too much we without a me was the opposing energy. So to find the middle ground was independent autonomy in those one-to-one partnerships. This person, if they're still in a situation that they are afraid of, or that they're the ones repeating a pattern, you can choose whether or not you're going to get inside that cycle with them again. Because again, Queen of Wands in reverse is not someone I want to be around. They're all about themselves. And look at that. It flips the axis here. Aries, Libra. The north node is in Aries. The south node is in Libra. We're leaving that. I'm getting an ear squeezy. You can flip this energy Okay, if we haven't found that middle ground yet, you got till Saturday before we get a tower coming, because the block here would imply a star usually says a tower has already happened. In the block position, it may not have happened yet, or we can ward it off if we stay focused on what it is that we want. Okay, take action toward that. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, no longer waiting. That's what's going to lead us into victory, our own energy shift. And they can either come or not come, but you're going to be better for it either way, because a higher vibration just feels better, period. And that's what you are in control of. What Spirit wants you to know, 10 of Cups, they're fearing commitment, fearing love. The 10 of Cups holds everybody that we hold dear in it. So there can be love here, nostalgia. Are they afraid that they're going to run away? It's like a fear of commitment. I'm getting that crossing on both sides here. Double book ending 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands, book ending 7 of Swords. You're looking down at this family like, where did I learn these things? Or where are these patterns coming from? Why does this person keep coming back? They're, Spirit is saying 10 of Cups. This is someone that loves you. There's a rainbow above them. Could be a rainbow connection, but book ending the devil energy, that lowers the frequency, making this just a pipe dream. Okay. We can't sit on that rainbow. We're going to fall right through. There's no such thing as perfection. There's ups and downs. If it's 80-20, 80% 10 of Cups, 20% devil, I'll take that all day, every day. That's a B. That is meeting the mark. Okay, so maybe this person's fear is what's lowering the frequency of the relationship, but they have an opportunity to slow down and balance within themselves. If they are the side of the energy that did not quite take this nodal lesson of 18 months very seriously, the tower could be you. You know what the Ace of Swords means? What I just said was true. The Fool. I don't know that you'll be there to leap to. This is Ace of Swords of truth. Their enlightenment, seeing that they have to steal somebody else's energy or somebody else's eggs, stealing the Empress's creation. Okay. Lowering your vibration with, they just feel kind of high maintenance. I think we're going to have to get some clarifiers here, because the truth may be if they are just too slow to balance themselves, or they're trying to balance, but because they don't want to lose you, but they're afraid of this commitment energy, being afraid of love. That's somebody who's afraid of loving themselves. That is very low self-esteem. This could be their enlightenment. We are going to be having the next 18 months a massive amount of divine masculine energy waking up. That's within ourselves and within the energies, divine masculines, right? Who hold both energies just like we do. Okay, Fool, Ace of Swords, Fool, Page of Wands, throwing caution to the wind. Here's a King of Swords, Moon energy, confusion about emotions. Again, 4 Cups, on my own, feeling I'm on my own. I don't like new beginnings. I don't like trying to discover new things. I don't like examining myself very closely. I don't have the confidence to toucan Sam and chase my Fruit Loops. Well, the opportunity for them is to balance. And I feel like if you choose that same cycle, they will not balance. They're just going to, why would they? If they have you and they can still take their sweet ass time messing around in what they're afraid of, then you're a part of that too. You're getting inside their fishbowl with them, and their alchemy is changing the alchemy of your own personal fishbowl, right? Okay, so now of course I'm going to have King of Wands, what I say. Tough day. Let's look at extending this. Wow. So, Empress, extended outcome energy, Empress, the Lovers, Eight of Wands, communication, using your Empress energy to create, to get downloads from spirit, seeing something in a farther away, a higher perspective, being able to see farther out. You've already manifested. She's looking that way. She's elevating on top of that hot air balloon. I did a hot air balloon. I think was it the Popeye or an olive oil one? I am what I am. Okay. Well, be what you be, just not with me. Don't just ornery today. So these aren't supposed to be in reverse. Again, we've got another flipper here. Knight of Swords in reverse is an emotional lunatic. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, King of Wands coming towards the Empress. We have King of Wands after this. Four of Cups, Page of Wands. I don't like new beginnings. I don't like examining myself. I just want to take other people's energy instead of doing the work of balancing myself. They may be attempting it, but the fear of this commitment may just be too much. Okay, then that makes King of Pentacles here happening on the Eight of Wands. This can be two, well, obviously it's two people because we got a King of Pentacles and a King of Wands, two feminine kings, which is a softer energy, obviously, than the masculine. But I'm very curious because this Knight of Swords in reverse is an emotional lunatic, again, coming towards the Empress. This is information coming in hot and fast, okay? Could be from the ancestors with that feather. This can either be you're not listening, or if this is a person here, King of Wands, that's showing up on the outcome energy over here who's dissatisfied, they are in a King of Swords energy of just kind of being a little cutthroat about some kind of truth. It's fear to leap. They're afraid of their emotionality of it. They're afraid they're just going to be disappointed. Well, Four of Cups is kind of a bratty energy. I don't like the cups that I have. Okay. I want to follow my Fruit Loops, but I also don't want to put in the work there because it's so much easier to just take someone else that already did the work for me. It's just easier to take their energy. They best get on the move and hustle their bus. Or else there's going to be a leap of faith here. They have a chance, and if they don't take it, this feels like a last chance. I just heard a train horn, dude. It's like the train is already, they best hurry. The train is already moving down the tracks. They're going to have to get some wings and fly on their own because there's only one room, that's a one passenger bird. And then choice card here with the Lovers, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. I mean, that's passion. That's using your magic wand. That is prosperity all over it, all day, every day. And it can even be because this is slowing me down, I can't hear my messages from spirit. Eight of Wands that lift me up. I can't lift up my own energy because I'm being weighed down by someone. Every time I build up some good energy, they take it. They can't take it if they're not in your environment. They can't take it if you're not speaking to them on the phone and they aggravate the F out of you and lower your vibration. Could have been having a great day, and then you talk to this person and you're just like, this is definitely somebody you know, guys. Woo! I mean, They might want to dance to their own drum beat as well, and that's fine. As long as you stay balanced and towards and choosing what you want, and you're not just allowing them to jump in your hoop, or you're not jumping in their hoop of energy and repeating a cycle, because same plus same equals same. If they haven't done any kind of shown you any kind of evidence of change, you can predict that you'll continue not to see any physical evidence of change, annoying as that may be. And we oftentimes don't want to see that, because I talked the other night about believing in potential, just seeing someone's potential. And that's what kind of keeps us stuck there. Little Miss Muffet sat on their tuffet. They ain't moving. She's sitting her butt right there. She's holding the cherries, daring you to enter this cycle again. It's up to you. And it definitely is up to you, but it's if their block is impulsivity, impetuousness, they're afraid of love. Okay, how they see the truth is just clear cut, my way or the highway. So King of Swords could be another person or a match coming in for the Queen of Swords, someone different, because then we have masculine King of Wands here after this Page of Wands, Four of Cups. Oh, I didn't even touch that, did I? I love Miss Sassy. If you guys don't watch Sassy Scorpio, she's amazing. I like her because she used to have a counseling psychology practice, and she's retired herself, and she's even backed off of readings on the channel so she can collaborate as a writer. And she's doing the things, she's balancing her life, she's doing the things that she loves. But look at this interesting component of how both kings on your end of the energy are feminine, and both kings on this side of the energy are masculine. The King of Wands energy matches, as does the King of Swords energy. And we've got the Lovers here. Choice between two. They can either follow their passion, dance off to their drum beat, that person's moving in that direction, or they can take a really good look and meet you with that eagle's eye view, and be the expert of their own truth, and see that I shouldn't be taking other people's energy. I should be more reliable, more loyal. The opportunity here is loyalty. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that makes it to their destination. And if we're seeing a King of Pentacles in your energy, they best get that horse busting some ass, because they're just standing there. They best get, instead of going fast, they're going slow. Okay, they best get to stepping here. I feel like you're on the verge. I believe it's time for me to fly. I feel like you're kind of, whoever this is for today, you're on the verge of flying, and they best match your energy. I don't think you're having it this time. If you step out of this cycle, that's money, that's passion, that's downloads, that is past life soul connection coming in, your Empress energy. And if you choose the same cycle, what's in their future or what's in your future coming at you is a Seven of Swords. Let me get that. I want to read that to you, because she has a really interesting, I tend to even see the light side in all cards, no matter what, because Seven of Swords can be a for the greater good energy, right? I'm only stealing these swords and looking over my shoulder, taking them away from the army camp so that they won't use them to hurt other people. Or is that an excuse to just steal some really nice swords? In the Mermaid deck, it shows mer kids, okay, mermen, mer teenagers. They are only taking one sword for each of them. You're only taking the information that you need and leaving the rest behind. Let me get the definition for you guys. Boy, oh boy, that I'm channeling so fast today. Again, it's like coming like fast and furious. I can't even believe it's been an hour. It feels like 5 minutes. Okay, you're like, Ange, get to it. Most of y'all here are pretty patient with me. I appreciate that. You know, to dovetail and do other things while you're waiting. Skimmy's joined, and AD, hello guys. How are you? Thank you so much. Oh, now I got everybody. Miss Monique, everybody's here. Awesome. You know who we've been missing lately is where in the Mount St. Helens is Rebecca or Becky? Where is she? Anybody seen her? I haven't seen her pop up even on the spiritual view. I hope she's okay. If you're listening to this, Rebecca, we miss you. We want you to come back into the fold. Okay. Seven of Swords in this deck. This Seven of Swords shows a woman in a sunny meadow. The woman is a thief who has just stolen 5 eggs from a bird's nest. She sneaks away and leaves 2 eggs behind in the nest. The woman hides her dishonorable heart behind beauty and shallowness. King of Wands is pretty egoic. I see it, I want it, it's mine. King and Queen of Wands are usually very good looking people. Okay. And if their block is Queen of Wands reverse, that is impulsiveness doubled. Okay. Times each other. So it's compounding the problem. Okay, the dishonorable heart. In fact, she's a snake, but covers her skin with leaves and flowers so that nobody can see her true nature. This is about deception, dishonesty, manipulation, getting away with something, and secrets. In reverse, it's about facing the music, exposing the truth, and taking responsibility. We do see in the outcome energy the truth coming out about this. Maybe they're trying to face the music, they're trying to balance, they understand the situation is fear. Taking their sweet time though, your energy is much faster because you're listening to this today. You got the heads up. So take that one for whatever way. Every card on the table, doesn't matter what it is, it has a shadow and light side, just like we do. But let's get you guys some advice, okay? I heard no. All right, well, fine. Let's, okay. They want to believe in your own. Oh, I get it because of the magic ones. The magic ones abound today. Homeward, take yourself out on a date. That's a 42, a 6 energy of the lovers. To be whatever kind of energy you're attracting, whatever you want to attract. If you want a cool writer, you got to be a cool writer, even though it's a stupid song. Oh, my Lord. There's always the lessons are never ending. It's just part of life. That's why we're here in the human experience, right? As much as we like, no, I don't want to learn. we always be learning. Okay. All right. Believe in your own magic. Let me get some advice for you here. Advice for the Empress energy outcome, how we get to that Empress energy. And of course, the opportunity is to be very careful about which star you pick. Stay focused on that because what it feels like is trying to come in, what is trying to write itself is someone that values you, Taj Mahal style, someone that sees your work, appreciates your energy. Okay, what you've been manifesting, that is wish granted. Your wish can't be granted if you repeat a cycle that you've already been in before. Okay. And thanks to those of you guys who commented. I know it was a very sensitive post and a sensitive reading. So I did post it as a trigger warning, but that cool rider energy, kind of led me to synthesizing some information for you about trauma bonds. And a lot of us have been there. We know, in the very least, we know people who've been in there. And I just want to encourage you that if you know someone, please don't say things like, well, why don't you just leave them then? That is so damaging to someone, especially if they don't know they are in a trauma bond. That just pushes them closer to that person, because it's psychological. Okay, and we're repeating patterns. We learned to play small, and then we just play that out as an adult, like just none the wiser in every single relationship, right? We don't realize we're playing out how we learned about love. And if we learned we had to earn love or try really hard to fight for, adults' attention, it's like basically a setup for attracting, honing in on like narcissists. Come to my house, please. I got to laugh and lighten up the energy, period, because again, laughter is going to change that frequency. But if you are in a place, if you've experienced that and you're in a place or you think you've experienced it and you feel like you can read about that now, check out that post. It took me a couple hours to get that information down, but I wanted to try to pull out the most important parts for you. Sundress. This is a 41 card. She is sticking out her tongue, catching snowflakes. And each snowflake, as we know, are all individual. There's not one that is the same. And what popped into my head just then was Liz shared this video on a gal who lived in New Zealand, where I used to live, and she was studying water and how it froze inside versus outside, different times of year. It all matched up with the moon cycle. Okay. The moon has a gravitational pull on the water in our body. It kind of guides our emotions here. So, me going on and on about, are you going to jump in someone else's cycle or are you going to create a new one? I feel like that tongue we're sticking out for is because we want a new snowflake. We want a new energy that we've never experienced. And it says, do it for you. Sundress, do it for you. And I never read from the book for these, but I will today for you. Feel like we might need it, especially moving into that. We have that special energy, that special 19 today, 20 tomorrow, and 21 on Saturday. Those are going to be different life path energies than you're used to seeing for a 1, 2, and 3 day. Okay. When it comes to healing and recovery, make sure you're doing it for yourself and not somebody else. Becoming too dependent on other people will only end in disappointment. People leave, friends drift, family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them. And believe it or not, you are important enough to be that reason. Okay. 44, it's on page 44 here. And I mentioned the Thriving Thursday reading a couple times because we had 44, 77, 333 show up. Okay, those are in there. Now, on the bottom of the deck, crossing energy for this side, gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. It's a 36 energy. It is a 9. We are in a completion year of 9, and she's holding a green cup that she has glued back together. If this person, it's what I said here. Why should I have to create my own energy when I can just steal the Empress's? They're not going to change as long as we are still communicating with them. They have no reason to. They're still getting what they want. They're still getting their eggs. If they do not have that energy, our energetic shift of stopping feeding them our energy, seeing for the long game, okay, the truth of this, Seeing the long game means that if I truly do want this, okay, I'm in love with their potential. I admit that. I'm just going off the cuff here. I know that the only way to incite change in that person is for me to be in my Empress energy, because all of a sudden, when they don't feel your vibration anymore, when the phone calls stop, when the handouts stop, when get off my damn couch stops, all of a sudden they are forced to make a new decision. Fool. They are forced to make a different decision. They are not going to be forced to make a different decision if they're still getting what they want. They can still be afraid of love all day, every day. But if they're painting a pipe dream, what spirit wants you to know is this devil energy is here of this person that we're being nostalgic about, whether that's family or whatnot. It feels like more passion than that. So I don't think so. Passion doesn't have to be like lust and love. It can be anger, right? Fighting with someone. And Ten of Cups is about all the people that we love. This could be them fighting with their family as well. But they are afraid to take a leap of faith into their emotions. They do not want to know what's inside of their moon, because it's so much easier to bitch and complain and go, I don't like that, than to actually go, I've been taking everybody else's stuff and maybe I don't like that, because the truth is I'm not enlightened. Ace of Swords, this is about using that key to open up the pineal gland. And this is slow as molasses. They have the potential, they have an opportunity to show loyalty. This may be someone in your energy. If this is another person in your life, they could be going through a divorce. They can be trying to balance their energy, but their fear, regardless, is going to pull your energy down. Anybody that you combine your fishbowl with, vibrationally speaking, go like that. That's your fishbowl. As far out as your fingertips can reach, that is your vibrational frequency, and then that far below your feet. You walk into a room and you're going to combine your vibrational frequency with someone who is in an impetuous and impulsive state. What do you think is going to happen to your nice, calm water here? It changes the alchemy of your frequency, raises or lowers. Okay. That's a little physics lesson for us there. Thanks, Einstein. Literally Einstein. Okay. Let me get, I digress, but again, you met me. They want you to fix them. They're wanting you to do all the work, because why should anybody do any work when they're just stealing eggs? Why should they have to make their own? Same plus same equals same. Stop hoping for that energy. And the minute you stop the behavior, the minute that you change your energy and put down the burden and reach for your love, reach for your own Ace of Cups. She's reaching for the ace. That's filling our own cup so that we can hear our messages from spirit, so that our blessings can come in. This is an emotional lunatic that is heading towards the Empress energy. It's your choice whether or not that you want to keep moving, or do you want to have to be slowed down because you're leading the universe with stinkweed instead of the sugar flower that hummingbird actually drinks. Am I making sense? I sure so. My metaphors. I hope we're not getting lost in the metaphor. Okay. They don't need someone else to fix them. That's a solo job. We can never fix someone else, but we can inspire them by shifting our own energy, stepping into our own leadership. That's the only thing that can ever affect energy of the fishbowl moving forward. Is you have to change your part. You're part of the alchemy. And that includes that middle point of cutting off until they are in a vibration that's not going to drag you down. Empress. Empress does not chase. She attracts by being the energy of what she wants to receive. Be the cool rider. Don't let them ride over you. Okay. All right. Why am I feeling so stern on that? I have no idea. You don't need someone else to fix you. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair unless you accept their helping hand, of course. If someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because they're being selfless or kind. They know you're in a vulnerable place and they want to make you entirely dependent on them. Tell them no. Thank you. You know exactly how to put the gold in your own cracks. So take that as in the energy of they can fix their damn selves. Okay. If you're going to honor, if you're going to continue to fix their problems for them, it's going to continue to be a problem for you. Bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. 16 energy. That is the energy of the Tower. We can avoid that because what wants to come in is someone who actually adores you. Your wish wants to get you, it wants to have you raise your vibration so that you can reach for it because it's already there on the shelf in your little own personal Amazon warehouse. Your wish is already there in your vortex. But if we're swirling down here, we keep getting pulled under by this energy because it's too tempting not to. We can't go gadget and get our wish. We can't reach it yet. We're not the vibrational frequency of the energy we want to receive. If we keep fixing a person's broken wing, they're never gonna fly on their own. And part of that too is we keep wanting to get that there's a payoff or else we wouldn't do it, right? That's the hard part. The payoff is that we get to feel seen that this person needs us. When is it a need and when is it manipulation? Because they know they don't have to do the work then if you're doing it for them. I don't know. This whole reading, guys, starts off with you flying high, and then this business comes in and you're like, oh, but I was just about to go. It's going to be your choice whether you jump in this same cycle again, but it is going to be the same. It is going to be the same. Let me see if I can get any more on this Seven of Swords for you. What the Mount St. Helens? What are they trying to steal? Why is this? What are they taking? What do they want? Or why are they in this Seven of Swords here in the near future, taking their sweet time doing it too? If this is a family member, this is someone that could even be a child. We cannot resist helping, right? That weird Arrested Development read I got a couple weeks ago. I was like, what was that? I was not expecting that. That's not a normal, quote unquote, what is freaking normal anyway, right? Not a normal reading that I'd be pulling for you guys. Sexual protection here on the bottom with red lipstick. I will hurt you. We'll just take all the mess that fell out because they feel like a mess here. I will hurt you emotionally, physically, verbally. Seven of Swords. I found someone else. Red lipstick stains. Doing drugs in reverse. We did see that devil energy. Maybe they're trying to refrain and really trying to balance themselves, but it's slow going. Stay away. Let them do what they're going to do because you got to work on you. That's only going to slow you down from what your victory is trying to come in. Keeping you a secret. This is a lot. Addictions. So, like I said, this maybe they're trying, I grew up in an alcoholic household. You never knew what you were going to get. That conditions you to be a fixer. conditioned some of us to have to parent the parents. It's called parentification. That's traumatic. You're a child. You're not equipped at all to deal with adult issues. Okay. We're just continuing those patterns because we don't know that we're doing them. That's why telling someone, why don't you just leave them then, is never going to work. What we have to work to understand ourselves, because there's immediate fear when we try to say that. It's the equal but opposite reaction, right? What we need to try to understand is our own inner beast. What in us needs balanced, that we are still carrying this behavior forward, that it's not conscious yet. I feel like this pattern has already become conscious because we're already looking to the future. You're already manifesting something moving forward, something different. You're manifesting a higher truth. Hell, you could be manifesting this divorce, this justice energy. It's slow going because we're counting on that other person to change so that we can be okay. Don't make me cry now. Ugh, you guys. Somebody needs to hear that. Obviously, that's not for everyone, but it's coming up for a reason. So I want to, you know, oh, oh, don't don't cry, Hinge. Don't cry. I feel it. I've been there. It hurts like F. It is not easy. It is easier, as crazy as it sounds. It's easier to try to fix another person than it is to look at ourselves. It's less scary. I feel like this pattern is in your environment for a reason, guys. It is time to focus on you. What is for your best and highest good? Imagine that in this future, this person never changes, which is highly likely, unless they get a bug up their butt to do something different. Something has to be invoked within them. That is their spiritual journey. This is yours. You don't have to do this again. They're just going to hop to another person that they can steal eggs from. Makes us feel all warm and gooey and special inside, right? If that's the pattern that they've been enacting their entire lives, you are not going to change that. The only way there's even the slightest chance that you will is by changing your own energy. That's why this reading is here today. It's time to let this go. It's time to unblock this star. It's already here for you. It's already yours. It is already yours. You're not going to get it. This is a one-person vehicle. Only you can shift your energy. Only you can choose whether you are leading the universe with stinkweed, with fear, or are you using the sugar water of your own dancing with life, of your own higher vibration? This is not a cut and run situation here as far as, oh, just run away from this. If this has been years in the making to get into this, I talked about that the other day. You have to put just as much energy into unpacking it, unwinding it. North Node in Pisces is the house of our undoing. We have to unpack our psyche one little bit at a time. I know it's scary. And I remember it being hard to hear. It's easier focusing on this because there's something in us. I balked at that. I wouldn't be talking about it if I haven't had the experience. This is already yours. This is not going to change. The only way that it does is if you embrace her and you reparent that inner child that either had to beg for love, had to beg to be seen, had to be a miniature adult, had to be responsible for all the other siblings, had to get school money, had to make sure there was something to eat, even if he had to stand on a chair to make macaroni and cheese. This is for somebody today. And I know it got very specific, but I feel like there are definitely some components we can all take away from it. Double star, come on. That song that we got in it was Mr. Big, To Be With You, and I couldn't think of what that was at the time. Right before I sat down for this, that kept coming back in my head because it was driving me nuts trying to figure out who that was. I'm the one who wants to. Do you guys remember that? It was like I thought it was brothers. I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. Could be, again, a family member that we just can't help. That could be an adult child that we're enabling because it eases our stress to help them. It's not about helping them. It's about easing our own stress. That was hard to hear too. I remember. I'm just trying to help. And I was genuine in that. I was not helping. And it certainly isn't helping ourselves. Wow. What you have 152 days for, Miss Kim? Yeah, you are. So, oh my God. And you, Kaylee, you are just a little spitfire of fun. If you guys haven't got to meet Miss Kaylee in person or definitely talk more. I know you guys try to connect on Facebook and stuff. I think that's awesome. Oh, Peg, she's in the astrology group meeting. Thank you. Because I'm like, where the heck is she? When you're not here, when you guys are not here, I notice. So I know it. I definitely know it. Go deep into yourself and you'll find the answers through healing. Amen, sister. Absolutely. Thank you, AD. Absolutely. You have to think that they can fix you and aren't listening. And I'm trying to fix. Yeah, I know, right? We can't fix ourselves when we're busy over here. What is that called? When we're like, we're keeping ourselves busy or we're trying. It's like the blinders of the horse, right? If we're busy doing that, you don't have to do our hard stuff, and we just don't realize that we're doing that. It's not purposeful. It's subconscious. It's buried. We just don't know we're doing it. No, they people don't change. I know there's a lot of hurting hearts, but we're coming into a year and a half, guys, of healing, of intense healing. Let me all know what happened to you between 2006, June, if you can remember. Some of you, if you were born yet, it's crazy to me. And the December of 2007, because that's the energy that's getting to recycle here again. That was me too, little up on the stool. No business no business cooking stuff, but there it was. Oh, yes, to be with you for Mr. Big. Yep. Because I feel like that's this energy, like, again, what your wish is waiting, but we've got to get through this lesson to be able. This is time. It takes time to get to that star, but we got to stay steadfast and we've got to stay focused on what it is. I know it's hard. It's hard to do no contact. It's hard to do the counseling visits. It's not easy, especially because people don't understand and they say terrible things like, "Well, why don't you just like because they don't get that it's psychological. You don't know why you're doing it. You don't know why you're doing yet another round. You don't know why yet. You don't know why yet. Maybe this is the first time you're ever hearing any of those terms, and they are tender. And I want to honor that and be tender with them. I wouldn't be talking about things and being so forward. Um, A, if I didn't think you guys could handle it, and B, if I haven't seen people go through it, and if I haven't been through it, how would I know what the hell I'm talking about, right? Unfortunately, that's there. I know, girl. God, it does. I wish I am giving you the hugest energetic hug, and maybe one Friday I will put Megan the Stallion on and we will all just jump up and dance for 3.5 minutes and let our freak flags fly. And you watch, you will feel better. Monique, put on what's your favorite song? Tell me you guys' favorite dance songs. I don't want you to, you know what though? Cry it out because that is pain leaving the body. We got to. If we try to be tough all the time, put on the tough girl act, the tough guy act, that doesn't work. Trauma stays inside the body. And I said, remember, Dawn says, you got to give Mars a job. So again, this North Node and South Node business, we are wrapping it up. And we can either be dragged or we can start new in this new energy of healing. That is going to feel so much better. It's mutable energy, right? It kind of goes with the flow. It's the interior decorators and the punch out people of Cardinal being the engineers and making up the plans, the fixed energies doing the work, and then the punch out list people and interior decorators coming in afterwards. Yeah. And Becky's been sick. Okay. Oh, good. She sent me a card when my aunt passed away. It was so freaking sweet. She's amazing. Yeah, I just haven't seen her. I've been worried. I've been worried. I worry about you guys when I don't see you. Oh my gosh. Nothing to see here. I haven't been able to check in on. I love listening to other people's messages. I haven't had a lot of time lately. I'm a big fan of Steve's Love Tarot because if you want to laugh, I'll tell you what. You think I'm ornery? Wait till you get a load of him. Venus, you were. So 2000, 2007 was a lying, cheating guy during that time. And a friend, no. Oh, well, you can't let that one experience. I know easier said than done, but advice from spirit, after all, I will remind you, is no matter how many burdens we face, we can still choose love. We can still choose love. And it starts with our own cup first. It starts with our own cup first. You can I know you's good looking, or else you wouldn't be here in this group. Everybody's pretty and handsome in the Learning Lovers group. They just all my clients have been cute. Like I mean, I don't know what that's all about, but they're just amazing, wonderful people. I've been so blessed and so lucky that every single client I have had, I just am delighted by. Very, very connected to you all. Definitely in your energy. 4 grandsons. Peggy, how many? I don't think we got to talk about that much. 4 grandsons. We got mostly girls in our family. I think we had, oh gosh, there was 14 of us that were all around the same age. And when it was still only 14, it was like one boy. Peg, 13 grandkids. Oh my Lanta. Oh gosh. Angeline, and that's another song too. We had so many songs come out this morning. Well, welcome in. What does AD stand for? I'm Angela Dawn. So I'll flip my lid, Angeline, if you say your middle name is Dawn. Well, while you guys are here, go ahead and what the hell, we're here. Let me get you guys some. I love this freaking deck. It is my new deck, and it is called the Shaman's Dream. If you would like a card, think of your question. You don't have to say it unless you want to. Feel free, because it might just be a question someone else has. And because we are all in this same fishbowl with each other now, we can take every single piece of these advice that other people are asking questions about and take it to fit you. Okay, so without even pulling for anybody yet, the heart of our reading is an 8 of taming our inner beast. Okay, we've got a 62, an 8. Willow the wisp. Stop it. Treasures hidden in shadows. We don't know our behaviors are perpetuating this other energy and keeping us miserable, because it's not about them. It's about our shadow and why we're doing that. I know that's a lot. I know it's very sensitive, and I know my heart. I cry in front of you guys all the time. But this is about treasures hidden in the shadows. And while you guys are listing in there, if you'd like a personal card, I'm going to read this for everybody here. I just feel like hanging out a little bit with y'all today, because I know that's a little heavy, and we are in a special, I can't say that enough, we're in a special 19-day. It's a path of cycles. We can either perpetuate, okay, and get in there with someone else again, or we can pick our own star opportunity. Our theme is victory when we choose the right thing to lead the universe by the nose by. And our outcome is the Empress and what we are creating, Empress and the Lovers. Feels like a Taj Mahal's trying to come in, but you got to wrap up this business first. Okay. Beautiful green to blue heart to throat chakra. Treasures hidden in the shadows, the great mystery, epiphany. Maybe today's your epiphany. Maybe today's the day that you decide no more. Will-o'-the-wisp hovers in her luminescent glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering for you to step into the fog, into the mystery, the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but though intrigued, you refused her invitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on the journey you know. While you always have a choice as to whether to follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing, even if it hurts us? It's only when we wake up to its restrictions, to its soft prison or golden cage, that damn Eight of Swords energy, that we realize there must be more. I'm here to tell you there is. Will-o'-the-wisp has come to you once again to offer you magic, but you'll have to sacrifice certainty in the pursuit of adventure, your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may very well lead you astray. or will they? Can you accept that losing yourself will bring you closer to your true self? The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place. These worlds hidden at the threshold between what was and what can be. Here is what you will learn about your own unmaking, our self undoing. North Node in Pisces, we're unpicking these shadows. Wow. Love what you discover, dark or light. See it all as divine and find a quiet, thrumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find filled with the wealth of love and kindness, true prosperity, is ripe to share with others. True prosperity, feminine King of Pentacles. She is here for you now. Will you accept her invitation? A great bounty of goodness awaits you. It's all over here. You got the wand of magic, of passion, of groundedness. You are safe. You are protected. It is a one-day red root chakra. Crossing energy, dragons, horde, 12. I mentioned today, I wrote a bunch of 12s on my notes. And we did have 1221. 12 degrees was the, I think, Jupiter luck energy. Let me just double check. 12 degrees, 24, 3 12s, Gemini, Jupiter energy, Jupiter and Gemini retrograde. And then we had a 21, the mirror of that. Black Moon Lilith, the in Libra energy. So we see the Libra of Justice there, the first card out in the environmental energy. We also saw Queen of Swords in near future. She is mirroring your luck right now. So 2112. And from the reading this morning, I already mentioned it, so it's not technically a spoiler alert, especially if you've already seen it. We got mirrored souls, okay, for the good and the bad, protecting the future with your own balance, strength. You've got this. You've got this. It's when you come out on the other side of it, guys, the feeling is indescribable. It does make you want to dance. You do feel free. And if that person does change their energy, it is only because you've changed yours. That was my experience, and I held out.